Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of the brand new series, Music Monday. Each week, I'll be giving my thoughts and opinions on artists, albums, and just about everything in between. This episode, we're going to be talking about one of my favorite albums of all time, 01 by The Living Tombstone. Now, I say The Living Tombstone, and you might be thinking of a bunch of different video game songs, like the Five Nights at Freddy's song, or No Mercy, also known as the I Wanna Be Tracer song from like 2014, 18? I don't know. Or the other 4 FNAF songs they've made over the years. Now that is some dedication to a franchise. But you might also know them from their songs that aren't connected to a video game, like My Ordinary Life or Discord. But the album I'm going to be talking about today is one that has been relatively overlooked by the world. The album by the name of 01. 01 is a 10-track debut album released in 2020, when you would expect people to be sitting at home and listening to music. But by the standards of The Living Tombstone's other tracks, it didn't really perform very well. The most listened to song on their album is only number 10 on their most listened to songs. So, why do I like this obscure album from the Five Nights at Freddy's guys? Well, I guess that's why you should watch the video. Why would I explain this in the first video? That's awful for the audience retention. This song instantly sets the mood for the rest of the album. The song sounds upbeat and happy, but the lyrics are really depressing. The entire song is about internal feelings and how we mask those feelings because of how we might look when we show them, putting up a facade. What I think is the coolest part about this song is the fact that the song itself is actually putting up a facade, masking the lyrics behind an upbeat techno-rock melody, which is a common trend when it comes to this album. Overall, this song is a 9 out of 10 in my book, definitely one of the best this album has to offer. This song is about the struggles of alcohol addiction, and I think it tackles this mature and very touchy subject in the best way that I've seen it done. It starts off happy and fun, the lyrics are fine, and it's just a guy hanging out with a couple of friends from college. His friends leave the bar and he's drinking alone, gets thrown out of the bar, drinks more, and presumably dies at the end of the song. This is an intense story, and I feel like it has a lot to say about the glorification of alcohol in music, as the song is constantly showing the real and dangerous reality of the abuse, and for the chorus it cuts back to this happy and beautiful personification of it. The song also has probably one of the coolest rap verses I've ever heard, and it's just listing the names of alcoholic beverages, for the most part. This song just slaps. It's the most listened to song on this album for a reason. It probably is the best song on the album, so that's going to be a 10 out of 10 from me. This song is about the struggles of creating something, motivation to follow things through, and procrastination. This song is pretty self-evident, but I think that it captures the feeling of fleeting passion with some lyrics that hit hard. Mostly for me, considering I have a track record of procrastinating and having very fleeting passion. So, this hits differently for me. This song isn't the best, but it's pretty impactful. 8 out of 10 from me. Man, I sure wonder what this song's about. It's a goddamn mystery! But in all seriousness, this song is really good. I do feel that it repeats some of the topics and themes of Can't Wait and What I Want. It does, however, have a really good sound to it. This song immediately slaps you in the face with sound, and I love it. Also, I love the parts of this song that are written lazily. Just like the song! What would you look at that? There's a part that just says, "I'm lazy," over and over again. There is one last theme that this song introduces, which is the feeling of never growing past your old achievements. They even mention wanting to stop and how it's been a long time since No Mercy. The I Wanna Be Tracer song from TikTok, you know that one? This song hits pretty hard if you know the past of the band. Like, imagine you're still known for the Five Nights at Freddy's song you made 8 years ago. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's been 8 years? Wow. Wow. I'm old. But honestly, one of the best of the album. 10 out of 10. This is the only track in the album that isn't directly speaking about the artist himself. It's about a girl in an abusive relationship who's trying to change herself to get back with the abuser. It's told from the point of view of a friend who loves her, which just makes the song really depressing when put into context. The song is pretty depressing, but the music that backs it up is the calmest out of all of them, which adds a really interesting contrast. To be honest, it's a great song and I absolutely love the way it sounds. 10 out of 10. This song relates to me in more than a few ways. This actually was the song that got me attached to the album in the first place. I heard this song and instantly resonated with the message that was being said. When I found this song, I was going through a really tough time. My best friend at the time lied about me and basically ruined my life for 3 to 5 months. I was going through probably one of the worst depressions I've ever felt, and I was alone while doing it. So, when I heard this song about self-acceptance and cutting away toxic relationships and being okay with being alone, I instantly resonated with it. And it got me through those times. This song is beautiful, truly a work of art, and it relates to me on such a personal level that I instantly fell in love with it. Really, what's not to love about this song? It has an upbeat, powerful message, it's hopeful, and the backing music is some of the best The Living Tombstone has ever released. This song is a 10 out of 10 in my book, and if I could give it an 11 out of 10, I would. Also, there's this part in the song where it says, I'll float above this, and I thought it said, I'll blow to muffins. I just kind of thought that one was funny. Wait, the song by the name of 01 comes from the album 01? You might be thinking, that's a 01ception. But you're wrong, because inception is when a memory is replaced through the dream. Not a dream within a dream. You're using the phrase wrong, people. What was I talking about again? Oh, yeah, 01. This song definitely leads more into the techno genre than rock, which makes sense considering the computer theme of the album. This one definitely is the most interesting song on the album, with it having these robotic voices in the background that even the Spotify lyrics thing doesn't even know what they're saying. The sound is unique, and it's pretty fun altogether. 8 out of 10. This song is hard to get a read on. It's obvious that the song is talking about how he doesn't feel like himself, but I just don't get the rest of the song. Even Genius doesn't have the answers for the lyrics. I take it as him thinking he's turning into the other artists around him, feeling like an animal. This isn't a perfect analogy for the song, but it's my personal headcanon for it. Honestly, the music is what really puts this one up there for me. The sound of his voice and the synths in the background that make this song go super hard. Great song, but it gets a bit confusing when you start looking into the lyrics. 8 out of 10. This one is about feeling homesick after chasing fame across the world, comparing himself to a bird that just wants to fly home. This one honestly is the worst one on the album. Not that it's bad, it just is a bit more forgettable than the other ones mentioned previously. There isn't much to say about this one. 7 out of 10. Now, ever since the album started up, there's been this feeling of the music progressively getting slower. calling back to the first song about putting on a facade, by slowly dropping this fun and happy exterior for a look at the artist's true feelings and his deepest fear, being unworthy of attention, which is brought up in the final song of this album. This song is slow and beautiful, with only a reverberating piano to start off, and then instantly hitting into insanity with the sound of insane laughter. This song is about the feeling that he shouldn't have been chosen by the world to have this audience. It's also about losing yourself in the pursuit of more fame, letting yourself go and selling out. It also speaks about losing your free will to a record label. Honestly, this song is a culmination of the journey set up throughout the album, and is a seriously intense yet somber end to this roller coaster of an album. This song is amazing and works with the album perfectly, ending strong with a 10 out of 10. So, that was 01, one of my favorite albums of all time, and honestly, the most underrated album I've ever heard. After this, The Living Tombstone put out a reloaded version of the album, where creators from all different genres came together and covered the songs from the album. Like, there are some gems in this album too, with Sunburn being turned into a Eurobeat melody, or Animal being turned into a jazz song, or what about Chosen being turned into a piano-only song? All of these are pretty great, and it makes for an interesting listen after listening to the original. But the original album is fantastic, and I genuinely love every song in the album. That's why, for the first episode of Music Monday, I'm going to be giving 01 an altogether score of 10 out of 10. I completely suggest this album to anyone I meet because it's just good. What else is there to say? Well, that was the first episode of Music Monday. I would like to thank everybody for watching, and if you enjoy content like this, then please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next Music Monday.